Good morning, my millionaire growth partners. My name is Otis Tucker, the world's first trillionaire. I am creating financial freedom for billions of people across this world. I am creating a million millionaires. I am the greatest leader that ever lived. I am God, people, and most important is that I manifest the words I speak. My message for you today, people, is for you to take control of your life. I've thought long and hard about it, man, and I kind of wonder, like, okay, why do people not take control of their life? And what I've come to realize is that it's a lot easier to give excuses than it is to be accountable. You know what I'm saying? And because people live for comfort and ease, they do what's easy. Excuses taking zero effort, people. It's just spewing out words. But accountability forces you to be responsible. It forces you to really own and let the blame lie at your feet, man, to realize that you are the cause of the matter. If things get done, it's because you made sure they got done. If things do not get done, then it's also your fault. You know what I'm saying? So it's like taking control of your life, man. It just means more than anything that you must be accountable to, number one, and be accountable to yourself. Your words got to mean something, man, especially the promises and word that you're giving to yourself. So it's like taking control of your life. Obviously, that's in every area. It's like when it comes to your relationship, you have to be accountable there. What is the energy and effort are you putting out to produce the desired outcome that you want? And if you're not putting out the right energy and effort, then you have to own that and be like, you know what? My relationship sucks because I'm not doing A, B, C, D. Like, what are the physical actions that you're taking on a daily basis to improve your life in that regards? Are you making sure that you go out on dates at least twice a month? Are you going out your way to make sure that you tell your significant other to remind them and let them know that, look, man, I really love and care and care for you and appreciate the things that you do? And if you're not saying that stuff at least minimum weekly, then realize that you're failing in that regards. When was the last time you've done something spontaneous to surprise your significant other? You know what I mean? To make them understand instead of just saying it, but making them feel appreciated, And I mean, there's so many other ways, people, and actions that you can take to improve your relationship situation. But the question you have to ask yourself is, what are you doing to make sure that that's improving in those regards? You know what I'm saying? And in regards to your job or your business, in other words, your finances, it's like, it's so easy to complain and blame everybody else, man. So it's like, what are you doing though, physically? What actions are you taking daily to make sure that you're being more and more effective on a daily and weekly basis? And if you're not taking aggressive actions, then the question becomes, what can you do right now to improve your situation in that regards? Maybe it's you getting up an extra hour earlier each day to improve on your mental capacity, like, intellectually, like making sure that you're educating yourself so that you can learn how you can improve yourself in regards to your business or your job. You got to make time for things, people, because it's like, it's easy to give the excuse that, okay, I don't have enough time in a day. Well, what have you done to create the time in your day, to create the space, to give you the room to learn the things that are necessary so you can improve or change your financial situation? So it's like, that's what I meant when I say accountability, people, is that to take control of your life means that you have to own all the blame and realize that your life is exactly the way it is because you are not doing the work, people. And most people don't want to face that facts. But the reality is, there's no way that you can improve your situation until you get to that point where you own your faults and realize that you are the reason why your life is the way it is. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's miserable, whatever it is, man. But coming back to finances real quick, I want you to create the space, which means you must create the time in your daily routine. Whatever time you normally get up, people, I'm telling you, it's like, think about this, man. I really want you to get this. I believe, in my opinion, like, my mandate is to create a million millionaires, right? So it's like, you're not going to get that, people, by just working a job. I'm sorry to tell you, but sure, some people make it that way. But the truth is, at some point, I believe everybody have to have some kind of, whether it's a business or investments or whatever the case is, you have to figure out what is your vehicle that's going to help you to materialize that. It definitely, I wouldn't say, for majority of people, it's definitely not their job. So you have to intentionally start thinking about, okay, what can I do that's going to do that for me over a period of time, you know? And don't worry about where you're starting at, people, because in life, everybody starts off at zero, man. You know what I'm saying? And you build your life and you build your thing from there. So it's like, wherever you're starting at, it doesn't matter, you know? Find courses that can educate yourself. Well, first of all, you got to figure out, like, what do you want to do? What vehicle are you going to use to accomplish your goal of being, whether it's, in my case, again, I'm working on creating a millionaire. So, and the way I look at it every day when I introduce myself and I say that, you know, my millionaire growth partners, people, I really mean that. I don't just say these things because I want to say it. These are things that I'm declaring, I'm affirming, not just for my lives, but for your life, people. So it's like, what vehicle are you going to use? You got to figure that out. Maybe it's social media, content creator. Maybe you're an influencer. Maybe you're an investor by day trading. Maybe you're going to do an e-commerce store. I don't know what it is, but my point for you is that you need to figure that out for yourself. Find the thing that you're most excited about. I would say come up with your top 3 vehicles and start planning that, people, and start figuring out what that looks like for you. That's how you take control of your situation. So start working on that, and that's something that you should be doing daily. Start thinking more and more about it until it becomes natural for you. You know, as far as taking the actions to improve your situation financial wise. When it comes to health, people, same difference, you know. Now, health, I'm not just talking about physical health. I'm talking about emotional and mental health, people, because that's one of those things that's like a taboo, especially in the black community, mental health, man, where it's like, you know, as black people and just people in general, there's a lot of traumas, man. Most of them from childhood, some is even later in life, where it's like you have to overcome those things, because until you deal with those trauma, people, you will always be a victim of those traumas, you know? These things might have happened 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago, and you still living it as if it's still happening. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to face the fact that you have to deal with those things, man. So it's like, to take control of your life, man, is that you have to face, you always hear me say, do the shadow work, where you face your demons. That's what that is, people, is you facing your traumas and dealing with them. You know what I'm saying? You know, and it's like, you can't blame people, man. It's like, here's one of the best place, my suggestion when it comes to this, for your mental and physical health, especially mental. That's mostly what I want to talk about today. Physical is pretty easy. You go to the gym, walk, work out, run, jog. That's pretty simple. But mental, I first believe that you definitely need to release things that you've been harboring. You have to forgive yourself, number one, for allowing different things that have happened to you in the past that have traumatized you. I also want you to forgive the people that have caused physical or emotional or mental trauma or harm to you, because you're not doing it for them, people. Is that, see, these people are living their lives happy enough as I don't know what, and you are still holding on to the things they did 10, 20, 30 years ago. I want you to release that, man, by forgiving yourself for allowing yourself to that happening to you. And I want you to forgive the people that have done these things to you, that have traumatized you. And you have to genuinely mean it, obviously, because when you mean it, people, is that it releases it from you, and you're no longer a prisoner to that situation. That's what it really and physically look like to deal with your demons. That's what it physically look like to do the shadow work, to deal with the things, people, that are negatively affecting you, man, and stopping you from receiving your blessing. You know what I'm saying? And you're living like a cycle, a negative loop. And it's like the only way you get out of that loop, man, is you have to release these things, people. You know what I'm saying? And I know this sounds crazy, people, but you know, the people that have meant me harm over the years or have done bad things for me, to me, you know, I pray for these people, man. I pray that God will work on them to heal them, because who knows why they have done what they've done. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, to go from the point where you don't just forgive people, but you pray for healing and blessings on their life still. People, that's a whole nother level of healing, man. And that's what I want for you, people, is I want you to heal yourself. I want you to heal yourself emotionally. I want you to heal yourself mentally. I want you to heal yourself physically, because a lot of the mental traumas and stuff you're dealing with, you don't realize it, but it's a direct relation to the physical negative ailments that is ailing your physical body. You know what I'm saying? Through stress and, you know, anxiety and all of those things. As you release these mental traumas, people, then you'll physically heal also, you know. But I want you to take this on, man, and get busy working on that. But I really, overall, people, want you to take control of your life, man. Take control of your life and your finances. Take control in regards to your relationship, and take control in regards to your physical and mental health, man, because those, again, are the three main components of life. And I know I just touched on those, but there's so many other stuff, man. One last thing I say about this, because I think this is powerful. For people out there, man, that, you know, did not have the greatest of childhood, whatever that looks like, people, listen to me. Forgive your parents, man. You know what I'm saying? Or forgive your parents. I'll say that. You know, it's like, you can't hold grudges, man. And, you know, they did the best they can with what they had at the time. You know what I'm saying? And now, obviously, I'm not talking about people that receive abuse per se. I'm just saying in general is that don't judge and blame your parents for the way your life turned out. Realize that regardless of whatever you're experiencing, it's not because of them, it's because of you using that as an excuse to not do the work, people. Listen to me. Nothing in your life will change until you're willing to do the work, people. What I'm telling you right now is that you must heal yourself, man. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to decide and choose to do that for yourself. And as you make that conscious decision to really and truly heal yourself, then you'll realize that your life will change drastically, man, across the board. You know what I'm saying? Across the board, people, your life will change, man. You know? So let's get busy doing that. Take control of your life. Stop giving people control over your life, because if you're not controlling your life, guess what? Everybody else is doing it, man. You're like a walking puppet out here. You know what I'm saying? Control your own strings, man. Control yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let's get busy doing that. Anyways, people, I'm going to stop it there for now. Shout out to Jamaica, man, who is the eye of this world. Shout out to Africa, who is the mother of this world. Shout out to the entire Caribbean, as well as the African diaspora worldwide. People, my mandate is to unite the Caribbean and Africa, and the way that we do it, people, is by standing united, man. We are going to consciously make a choice to always stand united in all aspects, you know what I'm saying? Supporting each other, encouraging each other, being our brothers and sisters keepers, making sure that we are doing things that improve our situation, because you either are part of the problem or you're part of the solution to the problem. I'm telling you right now, people, we must always choose to be a part of the solution to the problem and stop making excuses to continue to be a part of the problem. Okay? So that's how we bring about the greatest prosperity period that this world have ever seen, because we are the people that brings it about, people, not anybody else. We are. It's up to us. My declarations over your life, people, number one is that you are a millionaire. Number two is that you're married to the person of your dreams. Number three is that you have amazing health and is in the best shape of your life, man. My prayer for you today, people, is that you really, 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 really heed this message today, man. Take control of your life, man. Stop giving your power to other people, man, because they do not have your best interests at heart. Nobody cares about you as much as you care about yourself. And if that's not the case, it really ought to be, because you must love yourself unconditionally. And that's what this look like. Love all of you. Take control of all of it, man, and get busy doing the work of improving your situation across the board. Why? Because you are in the driver's seat. You know, you want to get where you're going, get in the driver's seat of your life and get busy steering and driving to where you need to go, man. Let's get busy doing that. I really hope this prior resonate with you today, and you really get busy taking control of your lives, man. I really do believe in you people, and I pray and hope that you start to believe in yourself, man, and get busy doing the work. Blessings on to y'all and y'all family, man. Y'all have a great day, and we'll talk tomorrow.